Welcome to another We Welcome. It's another week, and we have another We Welcome to do for you today. I'm joined today by Kim Perez. Kim, how are you?
I am well, Chris. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Well, today I'm in Tampa, Florida. As you know, I travel around quite a bit, even with COVID, traveling around. And you're coming to us from Fort Pierce. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep, just south of Vero Beach.
Very nice. Well, I wanted to say welcome to the We Insure family. And you've been with us for about 6 months. And so you've gone through training, you've come aboard, and you're fully fleshed right now. So now's a perfect time to ask you a little bit about where you came from and kind of your experience and coming aboard to We Insure.
Sure. Yeah, happy to. I started insurance when I was 19 years old. I never had the opportunity to go to college. I applied at a State Farm agency as a receptionist and worked there for a year. And my boss, I guess, saw something in me that I didn't even know I had and sent me to school. Back then, you just got your 220. And I went ahead and did that. And within about another year, I was responsible for a third of a fairly large agency. We did an alphabet split. And I wound up spending almost 18 years with State Farm with two different agents. And then about 2008, a lot of State Farm agents retired, and I jumped ship to Allstate, another captive, and spent about 11 years there before wanting to just kind of do my own thing. My three children are out of the house now, college, married, one of them is, and I thought, it's now or never. I've always wanted to. And here I am. I'm so happy I made that leap of faith because it's been a wonderful experience.
So it's a little different than working. When we say captive, that means that with State Farm and Allstate of farmers, they only have a limited number of products to sell. Now You're with the brokerage model with We Insure, and you have all the products to sell. Mm-hmm. So tell us, how does it differ when you're dealing with clients? How does it differ for you?
It's what I had hoped for. First of all, it's like night and day. But when I was thinking about having my own independent agency, I think I did what a lot of people did. I looked at the models from Brightway, from Great Florida, and We Insure. And my goal was to never really have to say no to any client. No matter who called, who walked through the door, I would have something for them, which is very, very different than captive. We probably turned away more people than what we were able to write. So that was my goal. And I am meeting that goal because it's almost overwhelming at times to keep up with the amount of carriers we have, the amount of products we have, which is why I'm so so grateful for We Insure, because they do such an amazing job at keeping us in the loop, keeping us updated, those emails, all of our little get-togethers and our meetings, to keep someone really informed of what is going on in the marketplace. So it has been a little overwhelming, but in all the good ways and all the right ways.
Well, we like to say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We have an entire support team that stands behind you. There's about 100 people sitting there at headquarters, really working to make sure that all you and your clients are taken care of, both from finding the right products and services when you're looking for something as the agent, and also all the service side when they call in and have a need. So it appears that that's working. Yes. In your case, so you went through our training program. What did you think of our internal staff and the process of going through training? And you've been in the business for quite a while. What did you think?
Yes. So I did have a lot to compare that to, high hopes, but again, a lot to compare it to. And really, even before I got to training, I was blown away. I always say the two Megans, because I think it was Megan Murphy that I started off with, and she was pregnant. So she handed me off to Megan Osborne. And so they are the first two gals that, I really started spending time with. And introduced me to everything. Very transparent, very honest, very encouraging, uplifting. And then Jose and Chris. I mean, for anyone in our We family that knows these two guys, you can't ever say enough about them. That whole week, it flew by, but I learned so much. And I was even more encouraged that I really would have a lifeline. If nobody else in the company was going to help me, I at least knew that I had this lifeline with Jose and Chris. And, then it was agency services and just the girls over there, Leah and Josephina, and marketing, Corey, Maria, Katie. It's amazing that I'm waiting for the one department that doesn't have that shining star. I haven't found it yet. But it's just been, I mentioned this on the monthly update a couple of days ago, that it's so rare and so refreshing, because even though Allstate and State Farm, I mean, they're amazing companies. You can't knock them. But the environment was so corporate, was so, you shouldn't have to be fighting, to make a living. We're all on the same team. And I don't know how Phil and you and everyone else has done this, but I truly feel like we're really, really in it together. There's just so much support here. Someone had mentioned, ambassadors, we really are. And if I may, real quick, before I even reached out to We Insure, I was looking online about, opening an independent agency, just seeing what was out there. And I came across a thread where Adam Feldman, who is a We Insure agent, I haven't even had the opportunity to talk to him about this, but he was in a thread years ago about opening an independent agency and how much he loved the We Insure model. And he had left his email in this thread for anyone to ever reach out if we ever had questions. And I went ahead and I did. And I sent him an email 2 months before I even reached out to We Insure. And we only emailed back and forth a couple of times, but he was so positive and so encouraging about the model and about the customer service, helping us and supporting us, and just the whole culture that is, I'm finding out, is the We family. And I always kept that in the back of my head. I didn't ever really got that from people that I spoke with at Great Florida or at Brightway. And then again, when I reached out and Megan called me back the very next day, it was just, I had no reservations at that point. I knew I was exactly where I needed to be.
That's fantastic. Well, yeah, we do hear that a lot. Folks that come over, we really think this is the future of insurance, is having that support and allowing you to focus on growing your book of business and handling your clients from a sales perspective. Yeah. And so I am so happy to have you part of the team. And we're very glad to hear from you today. And again, welcome to We.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chris.
Have a great one.
Thank you. You too.